It's your love. Can't nothing stop me. It's your love. I love my city. It's your love.
On to another episode, Middle Ground with J.L.E, L.L.C, where we treat you like family. That's the theme song, Detroit Love, off my first album, The J.L.E Experience. I own the music, copyright, Facebook don't mute nothing. Y'all need to be saying that. We got another great guest today. We have a financial educator, independent insurance agent, David D. Collins. Welcome to the show, sir.
Welcome. Thank you, sir. It's great to be here tonight.
All right. It's going to be a few questions about how you got to where you are and how awesome you are. First question.
Thank
What led you to this path?
It was twofold. At first, my wife was the one that started in this particular industry, and so I just became curious, and over time I've developed a strong love for numbers. So that was the first path, and the second path was my brother passed away without any life insurance, and so that really, it really stuck to me. So I wound up getting licensed right after that. I didn't want another family to go through that.
And definitely, it costs a lot
Yeah,
to put them, to bury them or cremate them.
yeah, yeah. It was a blow because my sister-in-law didn't. She really didn't tell anyone, so it was really a shock.
Oh no. Yeah, people might be embarrassed type stuff. Don't want people to talk about them. But you supposed to be family together and work it out and help each other. So, what is a financial educator?
Well, financial educator is that it's much like being a financial advisor, which I am also as well. But I desire to teach, just to teach the truth about this industry and to make sure everyone understands life insurance, investments, annuities, disability insurance, pretty much all of the products that we offer, and also to teach people about the rule of 72 and how to build wealth and to get out of debt as well. It's a broad, vast of topics, but it's just to educate people instead of selling them products.
Okay, what's Rule of 72?
The rule of 72 is a mathematical formula that can tell you how long it would take your money to double based off of interest rate. So one example is if you take 72 divided by 10, it will take your money approximately 7.2 years to double.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was just Albert Einstein actually calls this the eighth wonder of the world, compound interest.
Ah, I saw the stuff I learned in finance class that barely got passed. Future
It
value
it
made
comes in
sense.
handy once you get older.
Yeah, it made sense after I got done, but going through it, like, dude,
Hmm.
what is this? What are these equations? I need a business calculator. What is that? What is a present value? What are you talking about?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Now, what's something once you got into this journey that you noticed just in our community alone about us and money?
Um, it's just so many stereotypes that we have about basically about life insurance that is something we really don't talk about, something we really don't believe in. And for those who actually purchase it, they just want to purchase enough just to bury them instead of realizing it's a tool that can create generational wealth. We have to go beyond just having enough to bury us. We have to think about legacy and the next generation and funding college and funding the deceased spouse, the living spouse for retirement. So,
Hmm.
it's some topics that we really don't talk about or really understand. So that's been one of the challenges, in this industry is just educating us and helping us overcome the myths and overcome the stereotypes and everything we've been through as a people.
Okay. So I guess the question would be if someone was asking, okay, I feel what you're talking about. How can it help me make generational wealth?
Well, one, if you not will, but when you pass away, say for example, if you have $1 million policy
Hmm.
and you have 200,000 left on your mortgage, so that's 800,000 remaining that the family can use for the basic living expenses. And if it's more than enough than what you need, then you can invest it or just save it. It's multiple resources you can use with the money left over from a life insurance policy. So, it can be used several ways, and also the cash values. While you living, you can also take those funds and invest or get out of debt. You just don't have to die to use your life insurance. You can actually use it while you living as well.
Oh wow. Okay. So how do a person become an independent insurance agent?
Well, one, you just have to first you just have to really believe that you want to be in this industry because it's a tough industry, just like any other industry. And you have to be licensed. You have to go through classes, and also become licensed to be an agent. And then you can either go through a marketing agency or truly independent and just choose the certain companies that you want to be, actually connected to.
Oh,
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear
there we
you.
go. Yeah, the signal had went out for a second.
Okay.
You were saying how, man, I just lost my train.
Oh, it's no problem.
How does a person become an independent insurance agent? That's what I asked.
Well, you just choose to decide that you want to be in this industry for one. And then you also have to get licensed. You have to take about a month of licensing courses to actually prepare you for the test. And once you pass the test to become an agent, then you can choose which companies you want to be partnered with, so you can best help, to help your clients in your community. And if you do want to be a licensed investment agent, then you have to go through more coursework. So it's a very tedious process, but in the end, it's worth it.
Now, you were saying before the signal got messed up, it's a tough industry. What makes it tough?
One is just, that you do have to fight the stereotypes, the myths that's in the industry. And first, people don't like being sold. So you basically have to get your mind off selling to someone, and you have to educate them, because once
Oh,
people understand that you're there for them and you teaching them, then it's easier for them to move along the process, to find the proper products and the proper strategies, that can help them further down the road.
okay, great point. And Regina Ragland, that is so true. Unfortunately, we spend money elsewhere when we can take that burden off our loved ones when that time's come. Great point,
That's
Regina.
a true
Thank you.
statement.
Yeah. Um, do you find it? What's the market like down there in the Houston area? Is it the same
But
fighting against stereotypes down there?
well, it's mostly since this is a bigger city, like you don't you don't really have to do much coercing. That I've been finding individuals lately who are ready to move forward. And it's a different mindset here in Houston, since this is the fourth largest city in the nation, and it's a lot of entrepreneurs, a lot of wealth. So it's not a bad city to be in. Well, it's a great city to be in. So it's not bad, but certain areas are caught up in the myths and stereotypes,
Hmm.
and it's real hard to break that bondage that people have on their mind concerning money.
Okay. Now, how did just thinking about it, because you are educating, how did you come up with that term to be an educator about finance?
Well, my wife and I, we were sitting down talking, and
Hmm.
we both love to teach. She's a great teacher as well. So we both came up with financial educators, and to be different and just not to be a financial advisor or insurance agent. Even though we have a great product, we love people. We actually desire to help people. You do have to be unique and show people your uniqueness within any industry you're in, and that's how we came up with being financial educators.
Okay. Now, I see you have a website, plantandprosper.com. Tell a little bit about that.
Well, we went through a little rebranding about a year ago. Our company name is National Empowerment Financial Group, but we wanted to
Okay.
come up with a process that people can follow, and we were brainstorming, and that's what we came up with. First, you have to plan, and then you prosper. you do have to put a plan in place. You have to have a roadmap of, in order to get to your destination. So that's what we came up with. That's, that really described us, that we create financial roadmaps for our clients to follow.
Now, do you come across a lot of people with their debt and their thinking process on how they just go about debt and credit and savings?
Um, well, one issue with debt is that we kind of have, I won't say bad or good debt, but it's bad debt. It's like consumer debt, like you in debt, like, where it's not benefiting you outside your mortgage and your car, just going to Home Depot and other places. So, you just have to educate people about money. And that's the only issue we've been seeing about, just to educate them about debt and, debt, to find, if you're in debt, to make sure the debt is working for you, and, finding ways to pay it off. And if you are in debt, maybe you in real estate, to where you actually creating an income from your debt, and you just not constantly paying out and receiving nothing in return.
Okay. Um, Chester Swanson Sr., good evening from Texas. Hello, sir. Thanks for tuning in. A few people tuning in on this one. We hear about the money right.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I where to get my money right. I ain't where I want to be.
Come on, I will definitely help you.
Appreciate that. What has been some challenges so far?
But one challenge is just, for me, during the pandemic, I like to deal with people face to face. I'm not
Uh,
comfortable with Zoom, but I've learned to use it as a tool, because I'm licensed in Texas and Louisiana, so I know I'm not going to drive back and forth to Louisiana to meet my clients in my hometown of Baton Rouge. So
yeah,
Zoom has really, the pandemic has really helped. So I think that's like been a major challenge, because our business increased, because people were sitting at home thinking
yeah.
about us finally. So that's probably the biggest challenge right now, and also just, like, I don't want to say weeding through people, but just finding the right people with the right mindset, who don't want to waste your time. Because if you're sitting in front of me, I'm ready to get the ball started, not just to sell, but I want to see everybody free financially. I want to see we as a people create generational wealth, and not just us as African Americans, but all races, because all races are failing financially. So,
Yeah.
when I'm getting in front of you, I'm ready to get down to business. So just finding people who are ready to get down to business.
Now, I'll come across conversations where people speak on people not going into the financial industry really, and it's a lot of jobs and opportunity over there.
Yeah, it is. I've been, because, especially being a commission based, or, where you're not having a steady paycheck, that really scares people. But you have to go beyond your fears to get meaning out of life. And no matter what's going on, every business shall prosper. Every industry shall prosper during these times. Because even in the Great Recession, and even in the Great Depression, there were companies that prospered during that time. You just have to make sure you are prepared.
Oh yeah, you definitely got companies right now making stupid money in
Yeah,
certain industries.
yeah,
I was just at the store and getting my stuff, and I saw something went up more than what it was. I forgot what it was. I'm like, wait
that's
a minute,
everything is going up now.
it's four now. I'm like, man, you might get five things and like $50. Like, hold on, man, time out. What you mean
Hmm.
50? I didn't feel the halfway up yet. But definitely getting your financials and stuff under control, and credit
Yes,
cards. A lot of people I've encountered, it was the credit cards what got them jacked up. 18,
yeah,
it's $500, like 10 cards, like ooh. And you
yeah,
found out
you,
they might
yeah,
call 10 of them out, like oh no.
yeah. It's
I thought,
best to have a plan to use a credit card. Just don't use it just to use it. You can use it and just pay off the balance every month, to make meaningful purchases. And also, paying it on time will help your credit. And also, it'll be an extra layer of protection against, like fraud And also, some cards may have certain benefits, so you can use the benefits wisely. So just use credit cards wisely.
Oh, yeah, that's true. It is the path you ever thought you would have been on.
No, I've never thought I would have been on this path. Well, this particular industry, no, but actually helping people because I've always had a heart to help. So that part of this industry is not a surprise to me, but you know, this this particular industry is kind of a surprise to me.
So what did you want to do that you were setting out to do?
I always wanted to be a pilot, but believe it or not,
Okay.
and I never went forward with it. But so I really didn't pursue it. But now I'm glad I'm in this industry. It's meaningful. I'm helping people, meeting new people such as you. So it's just
Yeah.
it's one of those industries where it's about just relationships, not just to sell, but just to meet people. You never know. I want to be helpful to someone, just like you being helpful to me. I want to be helpful to you. So, this is an industry I love, just building, building and meeting new people.
Yeah. Lineable is a nice site for small businesses to interact and meet each other,
Yes,
whichever
yes.
you at. What has been the impact of you on this journey so far that you can see?
Um, the impact is just actually changing my mindset about money. There was some things that I knew, and over time, just dealing with mentors and on my personal study that I've developed strategies and learned new tactics and really actually learning about products and not going by what I hear about the financial gurus on TV to where I can actually sit down and learn it for myself. So, this has been one impact that has actually impacted me and just, you know, um, helping my family because I have a nephew that's early 20s and he loves talking, talking to me and asking me
Hmm.
questions. So I'm glad I'm in a position to help him.
That's awesome. So I know in my was it intro to business class years ago, I
Hmm.
learned that our people alone spend 1.3 trillion a year,
Yes,
and I was blown away by the number. Like, we do what?
yes. And I think by 2050 they're predicting that our net worth would be negative, in a negative number or even zero by 2050. So that's one thing I'm concerned about. I want to help as many people as I
Wow,
can so we don't end up there.
wow.
Yeah,
Well, I,
yeah,
I can
because
see
we
how
do
they.
have that 1.3 trillion dollars in spending power, but we're not allocating it in the right places. We can shift those dollars to our community, so we can really help our community as well.
Yeah, and then the pandemic happened. Reset a lot of stuff. So I could see how people just have to get outside. They want to go burn the money they may have saved,
Hmm.
take pictures, get back to normal life again. Even though we ain't never going back, it's just a new normal now.
Yeah, yeah,
It will never be the same. That's dead in my
yeah.
opinion.
Yeah, yeah, we must adjust during this time.
And this has helped because the world is truly this small now. If you have
Hmm. Yeah,
internet, you have an idea, you will find someone that want to buy your product,
exactly.
which is awesome. Um, any other thing you're marketing you want to promote? You got going on?
Um, just go on our website, and we do have some real good educational videos, that can explain how money works and a couple of concepts that we have. And on it, you can actually sign up, where you can schedule an appointment with us. And we would just love to help you to get on the path to generational wealth, so you can be free from the matrix.
Okay. And last question: what advice do you have for someone trying to find their purpose?
The advice I would have is to just see what you are passionate about and really pray and really see God concerning your passions and what you love. And if you really, really, really pay attention, He's already put people around you, that you really never paid attention to, that's, that actually has the answers, or actually the connections that you need. I can look back now and start
Mm.
to actually see some people that I should have connected with, and I'm glad I've connected with some of them in the past few years. So that's one thing you have to really just pay attention. Just get off social media and just overcome all the distractions and just sit and pray and think, and just see where you want your life to be, and you will find your purpose. You do have to discover it. You do have to seek after it. It's just not going to come to you. You have to run after it.
That's great advice because there do be people in your life that can help you that you do overlook.
Yes.
And they probably be doing what you actually need help with all that time. You just never ask them, like you never talk to them, like what?
And then
Dang.
also, it may not be a person you like, or a person that looks like you. You just never know who that
Yeah,
person could be.
yeah. Got to get you out of the comfort zone because brother, me doing
Yes, he
all this,
will.
my plan,
Yes, he will.
none of my plan. Like reach out to people. Mm-mm. But I'm humbled to sit back and learn about all you amazing individuals and how you got to where you are and the advice
Yeah.
you're sharing.
Awesome. Awesome. I definitely want to sit back and look at some of the previous interviews you had, because we just learn from one another, and sometimes you don't have to pick up a book. You can just watch an interview like this and just gain a whole lot of knowledge concerning some areas you don't know.
Oh yeah, I'm trying to interview every career field out there. There's someone
Hmm.
that should be working in it but might be hesitant because maybe someone said you can't do it or they just fearful of the unknown.
Exactly. Exactly.
I'm gonna have somebody on here saying what they need to hear at that time for them to take a chance and step out there
Hmm.
and do it.
Good. Good. And I just hope I help someone to launch forward instead of staying where you are.
I believe so, brother. You know, on the replay or people watching live,
Hmm.
you never not know enough about money because I was in that finance class like, okay, man, talk to me like I'm too, bro, because all them equations you putting up there, I'm about to run out the classroom. And I already took accounting. I thought that was tough. But what you putting up there sounds Greek, alien.
Hmm.
But when he just said it's really this simple, like, okay. Y'all just put all them
Hmm.
scary things up there to scare the crap out of you. But it's really just
Right.
multiplication division. Like, okay, cool. No problem. I got this. All right. Any final words?
No, sir. I really appreciate this opportunity. I've always wanted to be on TV and radio and
Wow.
podcasts. So, yeah. So I'm glad I met you, because this has really been beneficial, to help me start my own podcast as well. And, I just want to, just make sure that, I didn't come off selling, but I really want people to reach out to us. So just to add to the people we already helping, I really want us to be free. That's my
Oh, yeah.
goal. That's what I want.
Oh, and for any guests that don't know, it's always a standing invitation to come back to the show if they would like.
Awesome. Awesome.
And any help you might need, just let me know.
Will do.
It's
Will do.
too hard to do. Some people ask me like, I ain't Yoda, but I try.
Oh yeah.
I figured out a little bit so far.
Oh yeah. That's the purpose of having a network. We can all find what we need within our network. So it's good to network. It's good to develop a strong community.
Absolutely. Take for me, I was someone very private. Even though I do music and all this other stuff, that's public.
Hmm.
Interacting with people, hey, how you doing? Like, nah, that's my older brothers. But it ain't scary. So anybody out there, say hello to someone if you need to. It ain't scary.
Hmm.
All
Awesome.
right. Well, I want to thank the financial educator and independence insurance agent David D. Collins for sharing his knowledge on his journey in finance. And I hope the information was helpful for someone that need to go in this field because you got a calling on your life for it. I think it'll help you. I learned more about Rule of 72. Did a little math. It's always good to get the brain cells going,
Oh yeah, definitely.
you know. And I always ask that last question because the show is always about promoting and marketing that person or a nonprofit or whatever they got going on. But I always leave that last question out. What advice they got? Because After I roll out the carpet before you give you flowers, I need that because someone's going to be hearing that. Like, wow, what that person said resonated. And we might not never meet them or see them, but they're going to start going, and who knows what great things they should be doing.
Yes.
You know? But again, I want to thank you for showing out and showing up. Hope you had fun.
I did.
Awesome. And after I get through doing everything with it, I'm going to send you a copy. Hope everybody enjoy the rest of their Monday evening. I've been grinding all day. I'm eating workout in a little while because I'm on this. Got to get right. Get me black through it. Got a plan.
Yes, sir.
You know, play this intro or outro. Until next time, everybody.
Have a good one, everyone.